Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome back to part 3 of today's session. I'm just gonna continue where I left off, inshallah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Historians recount that when Imam Hussain alayhi salam and Ibn al-Zubayr sought refuge in Mecca, side note, Ibn al-Zubayr was another person who refused to pay allegiance to Yazid. So when the two of them, possibly with some of their other followers, sought refuge in Mecca from Yazid, who sent people to hunt them down to seek their allegiance to his caliphate, people gathered around Hussein. They came to him, saluted him, sat around him, listened to him, benefited from him, and recorded what they saw from him. The inferences of this account are clear. People's attention was focused on Imam Hussein alone, and this is evidence of his great status within the nation. Abdullah ibn Zubayr saw no burden heavier than Hussein's status in Hijaz. He favored nothing more than for Hussein to leave to Iraq. In that, Ibn al-Zubayr hoped to reconcile his authority over Hijaz, knowing that he could not do this until Hussein leaves the region. Imam Hussein knew this from the beginning. He told his company one day, those in his company, this man, meaning Ibn al-Zubayr, would love nothing more in this world than for me to leave Hijaz and head towards Iraq. He knows that he cannot reconcile authority while I am here. People did not equate him to me, so he would love for me to leave so that I will leave it for him. In another instance, Abdullah ibn Abbas told Imam Hussain alayhi salam while they were debating Imam Hussein's departure to Iraq, "You have gladdened Ibn al-Zubayr by leaving Hijaz. How will you leave it to him? How would you leave it to him when no one ever looks to him in your presence?" All of this proves the public's attachment to Imam Hussain alayhi salam. He was the man of the hour. If Imam Hussain were to give allegiance to Yazid, Ibn al-Zubayr and his likes would not be able to lead an opposition alone and would find no support for their aims. Thus, Imam Hussain found himself standing face to face with his historic role. The Umayyad state stood in all of its corruptions, depravity, backwardness, and oppression. The Muslim nation was in a state of humiliation, starvation, and deprivation. All this put him face to face with his historic role. It paved to him the road to build a lasting legacy. At that point, he declared his revolution by those words that we have recounted above. He summarized by those words his justification for revolution: licentiousness, sacrilege, and disregard for the rights of the nation. These were the causes of Imam Hussein's revolution. It seems that Yazid attempted to choke out Imam Hussein's revolution before its flames could spread. He attempted to assassinate him in Medina. Mention of this came in 2 letters that Ibn Abbas wrote to Yazid, where he explicitly mentions the assassins that were sent to kill Imam Hussain alayhi salam before he left Medina. This may be an indication as to why Imam Hussain left Medina in secret. Okay, next chapter is called Grievances. Social concerns were very evident in Imam Hussein's revolution. A researcher could see this evidently from the beginning of the revolution to its bloody end. Imam Hussein revolted for the sake of the Muslim nation. He revolted against Yazid and his Umayyad state, a state which left its people to starve while squandering the nation's wealth on pleasures, bribery, persecution, and corruption. The Umayyad state had instituted structural discrimination against non-Arab Muslims while creating deep divides and rivalry between Arab tribes. The state machine persecuted all who dared to adopt a political view unfavorable to the Umayyad clan, killing them in all corners of the empire. It cut off livelihoods and confiscated wealth. It riled tribalism at the expense of a cohesive Muslim society. It worked tirelessly, both directly and indirectly, to numb the conscience and kill the nation's desire for liberty through its constant fabrication and heresy. These were the grievances that led Imam Hussain alayhi salam to revolt. As he told his half-brother Muhammad in his farewell, "I do not revolt due to discontent, nor out of arrogance. I do not rise as a corrupter, nor as an oppressor. Rather, I wish to call for reform in the nation of my grandfather. I wish to call for what is good and forbid what is evil. Whoever accepts me because I carry the truth, then Allah is the refuge of the honest. As for whoever rejects this call, I will be patient until Allah judges between me and the rejectors with His justice. Surely He is the best of judges. The reason for revolution was reform. This is why he said, "Whoever accepts me because I carry the truth, then Allah is the refuge of the honest." He did not say, "Accept me for my nobility," or for my status, or because I'm the grandson of the Prophet ﷺ, or anything of the like. Rather, he wanted the nation to adopt his call because it was the call for truth. He wanted people to accept his message, not his person. He was able to transcend above the petty tribal instincts that were the social capital of all leaders and chieftains at the time. His concern for society was again evident when he met the battalion of Hur ibn Yazid al-Riyahi. These events took place after news had reached Imam Hussain of the death of his cousin and envoy to Kufa. His name was Muslim ibn Aqil. Muslim ibn Aqil ibn Abi Talib, the cousin of Imam Hussain, fought alongside his uncle Imam Ali alayhi salam in the Battle of Siffin. Imam Hussain sent Muslim as an emissary to Kufa in response to the many letters that arrived asking for Imam Hussein's aid. But with Umayyad persecution, Imam Hussein's followers began to dwindle. Muslim was eventually captured and executed. The tales of his heroism continue to be told every year, commemorating his martyrdom on the day of Ashura every year, when we remember those who were martyred alongside Imam Hussain during the battle at Karbala.